Hello out there, beautiful people. And how is everyone doing today? This is your friend Robin Bush, and I am coming at you today working on a 3,000 piece puzzle. I can't tell you when was the last time or if I ever did a 3,000 piece puzzle before. I know I did 2,000 pieces because I just did one a week ago. And it took me 4 days and approximately 17 to 18 hours. I didn't keep the exact time, but sometimes I'll work like 7 hours at a time on a day. The next day I think I worked 8 hours, and one day I worked maybe 2 hours, and then the other 4. So I don't know what that adds up to. 60. I don't know. Maybe that was more than that. But anyway, in 4 days I had the puzzle done. I only worked on it a little while for 2 days, and the other days I worked long hours on it. And it was a beautiful puzzle of a store, like store shelves with shelves filled with fruits and vegetables, flowers, all kinds of stuff, tea, like just a store, like a general store filled with shelves of stuff for sale. And it was a fun puzzle, 2,000 pieces. And it didn't take me that long, I didn't think, for 2,000 pieces. But today I'm doing this beautiful, absolutely beautiful, I call it the Tree of Life. It is the Tree of Life. Hayat Agag. Oh no, Agachi. I'm sorry. Tree of Life by Adrian Chesterman. And this puzzle is Anatolian brand. It is a beautiful tree. It has all kinds of animals in the tree. You have a sunset in the background, or sunrise, a rainbow going around the tree, and all above it you have birds, all different kinds of birds and fowl. In the air you have some planets up here, some sky, some little, I don't know what those are, like clouds or whatever, colorful clouds from the rainbow. And then down below you have your animal sea life down here with all kinds of different fish and sea life. And under the sea stuff like starfish and whatever plants grow under there and things like that. Then you have your water, and then the top of the water and the horizon. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And 3,000 pieces, so I'm anxious to see how long this is going to take me. I don't have a working clock in here right now, so I will have to check the time when I get started, before I get started. But here's the huge bag of pieces. Do not lose. This is some kind of a code on the back of here, and other kind of puzzles that you can buy. Oh, I just love puzzles. I don't know about you folks out there, but puzzles remind me a lot of life. They teach you patience. They're fun to me, and a challenge to get the pieces together. To me, they're exciting as you succeed. The more pieces you get together, and when you put that last piece in, you have sweet victory. So I'm going to be sorting the end pieces, and I have all kinds of trays here that I'll be sorting all different colors and pieces in. I have baskets, felt baskets that I'm going to be using for sorting as well, so I can really sort out my pieces. You know, it takes a good, in a puzzle at this size, 3,000 pieces, I don't know how long it's going to take, but when I sort a normal 1,000 piece puzzle, it takes me sometimes an hour or more just to sort all the pieces out. And that's even before you get started. So I almost feel like I'm averaging like 1,000 pieces per hour. And I don't know, what that stands against time and all the puzzlers out there. I'm sure they're much quicker than I am at this point. But I'm pretty quick, though, I think. My kids buy me puzzles and I do them so fast they get mad. They're like, oh man, you're done already? They want me to have something challenging. So my children have gotten me some very challenging puzzles over the years that they tried to trip me up on to see how long it would take me, and I still kind of finished them pretty fast. So wouldn't say speedy like the world puzzle champion, but fastest one in the world, but I'm probably up there with the average puzzlers that love to puzzle. So, I think about putting the pieces together, and as we go through life, we're always putting some kind of a piece together in our life. There's so many things going on, and sometimes you have to figure things out like a puzzle. And it takes time, it takes patience, perseverance. You got to keep on trying no matter how hard things might get and how tough and tired you get. You might want to give up sometimes. And that's the same way with these puzzles. When you have a ton of blue pieces or one color of anything, man, you just can't get it. Like, you could sometimes I could sit for an hour and not even get one piece in. And you can believe that I pray. Poor God, he's probably like, oh, this girl's asking me for help with the puzzle. She asked me for a lot of stuff, but help with the puzzle? I'm like, yeah, I need some company. I need some help. I can't find a piece to save my life. And then all of a sudden, it seems like, whoop, she just snapped a piece in. So I believe God helps me when I ask him, even if it's a puzzle. And I don't know about this puzzle right now because I just snapped together about 5 pieces of end pieces. So I'm pulling them out and snapping them together. Not all of them, but so I got this big poster board that I'm working on. I bought the last 2,000 piece puzzle I did. It doesn't fit on my puzzle table that fits 1,000 pieces. So I bought this roll up felt mat. It's really thin piece of felt that rolls out, and you work your puzzle on it, and then it has this little inflatable tube that you blow up, and then you can roll your puzzle on up and move it, and just unroll it when you're ready to work on it again. Well, I never did do that, but I did lay it on the felt piece, and I'm sad to say I probably would never do that again, especially with a large puzzle like 2,000 pieces, because if I start in chunks, like maybe you're working on blue and then you work on some red and you work on some things that have letters in it, so I have little pieces of this, that, and the other thing, and you start to piece them together, in the little piece that you've built. You might build a little section about this big, and you put it here. Oh, this is going to go right here, and then you find another section close by it, and you go to join them together. And then as you're joining stuff together, all of a sudden, when you get far in the puzzle, my pieces didn't line up when I went to join something. So then I had to try to push and pull, and on the felt, it's not easy to push or pull a puzzle. So I figured the poster board, you can slide these pieces, so I won't have that problem. But so I would have to push and scrunch, and then the pieces would all break apart when I tried to push it over to fit together in one area. The other area would break apart, and then I was redoing the puzzle over again in certain areas. So that was very frustrating. But once I got, things pretty much centered where they should be, everything started coming together and it worked out. But just going through that, how you have big sections put together and you're breaking them apart trying to move stuff, to fit together. It was very, very frustrating. So just a little tip for those who ever decide to do one on that felt roll-up mat. I don't even know what to tell you. So unless you start with the edge pieces and you work your way in or something so that the sections are gonna to jive together when you put them together. I don't know. It was tough. Very tough. Okay. So now with the poster board, I got a 36 by 48, which is a little bit bigger than my puzzle measurements. So it should fit nicely on this puzzle board and have a little bit of give around the edges. And I'm excited to get this going. So the dealio is I just had a 4-day stretch off work, and tomorrow, or today because it's after midnight, is my 4th day. So I'm off today and then I go back to work tomorrow for 6 days. So I'll have to try my best not to stay up all night working on this puzzle and realize that I don't have to do it all at once. Did you ever feel like you have to do it all at once? So that's how I get once I start a puzzle. I want to finish. I can't wait to get to the finish line. So I work on it for hours on end. And I'll sit here hours and hours and hours just working on this puzzle. And, usually 7-8 hours at a time. I don't think I do much more than that, if anything. A little maybe, but... And then try to break it down into smaller, make it enjoyable. Like, it's not a race. I'm not in a race with anyone to finish this, but I do want to see how long it takes me on an average to just work it at a normal pace. Work it at a normal pace, make it enjoyable, and see how long it takes. So I should find out exactly what time it is. Pull my little thing down here. Oh, it's 1:34. So I'm going to say I started at 1:30 and call it that. And then I'll time it, and every day I should probably write down my time because I'm very forgetful of how many hours I spend working on this puzzle. The pieces I want to tell you is really nice quality pieces too. I'm trying to get to where you are. They're pretty thick, they're cardboard, and they're pretty sturdy. So I like that because I don't see any pieces like sometimes you'll find pieces that are, the little ends here are coming up and, they're ripped and they're easy. They get stuck. You accidentally put it in a spot where it doesn't belong and then, all of a sudden it's coming apart. And this puzzle does not look like it's going to do that at all. So I'm very, very pleased with this puzzle quality. For 3,000 pieces, I'm happy about it because it's a big puzzle. And I'm excited. So just think about, I just like to relate things to life because we are living life, right? And life has a lot of ups and downs. It has a lot of puzzling factors in it as we try to get through each day, and obstacles are in our way, and every day is not going to be like Sunday. Like they say, Sunday is a good day to me because I go to church on Sunday. That is my perfect day. Spending time, I was just talking to my church friends about it, saying that Sunday is like my refueling day. Like when you go to the gas station to fill up your car because your tank is empty, as your car's not running too smooth, you need to fill up that car and give it some gas, sometimes a little oil. We have to take care of ourselves like we take care of our cars. And going to church to me is my refueling station where I get filled up, I get a little strength, I get encouragement from the other people at church. I hear the word of God and it encourages my heart and my soul, gives me hope, it gives me strength to keep going. And so I really love church. That is my happiest day of the week. Usually, if I can make it, every now and then, I might get sick or something and I can't make it. A lot of times when I get sick, I try to go anyway because I feel like if I push my way out, I'll feel better. And 9 times out of 10, I do. So anyway, just sharing a little personal stuff here. But, you know, through these obstacles of life, as we put these puzzles together, we're putting our pieces together and we're getting somewhere little by little. It's all coming together. So puzzles are fun. Some people hate doing puzzles, and I can say, hey, if that's not your thing, who am I to say, why can't you do puzzles? Why don't you like doing puzzles? They're so fun. Well, but they're not fun to everybody. Some people are just like, they would probably make them lose their mind because maybe they're not good at it, you know, and not everybody is good at putting puzzles together or enjoys and likes putting puzzles together. But since a young girl, I always loved putting puzzles together. I think when all the other kids were outside playing on a Saturday morning, I was sitting there doing a puzzle and watching cartoons. You know, watching the American Bandstand and different things, you know, coming up. But I did like my outside time too, but not until I was done watching cartoons and working on my puzzle for a little while. And oh, rainy days are the good days for puzzles, right? Coloring. And what do we do now? The kids do nowadays. They don't do any of that fun stuff we did when we were playing outside and having a good time, playing kickball and baseball and softball and basketball and running around and hiking and packing picnic lunches and going on hikes, going in the woods, picking strawberries and fruits off the trees and stuff. It was a fun life when we were kids. We played outside so much, rode our bikes, you know, build little cabins, clubhouses. I guess that's what we would call them, clubhouses. And at night we were living in safe areas back then, pretty safe enough that we could sleep outside, and we would get our blankets and build tents on the clothesline. Anyone ever do that? Take your blanket and put it over the clothesline, and then you get clothespins and you stick your blanket into the ground with your clothespin and fan them out like a tent. And we would sleep in those tents, bring out our pillows, and we had sleeping bags back then, which was totally fun. I loved having a sleeping bag. So it was a blast. And, you know, another thing, while you're doing puzzles, you can think about stuff like that. You know, think about, sometimes I put some gospel music on and just kind of rock it out to some gospel music. Praise it out. Praise the Lord while I'm working on the puzzle. Listening to a devotional. I can listen to music. Sometimes I want to just have it quiet. Just a little bit of peace and quiet. Sorry for my arm there. A little jiggly. I'm losing weight though, guys. I'm on a weight loss journey. I lost 17 pounds in the last 4 months. Well, really 6 months altogether, because the last time I saw my doctor was 6 months ago, and I went and saw her today, and she said, you are down 17 pounds, and I said, thank the Lord. On a new medication for diabetes, and it is truly helping me reach great levels in my A1C. For diabetics, that's an important number, because your A1C tells what your blood sugars are over a period of time. So not just, you know, you might have good blood sugars today, bad blood sugars tomorrow, and then the next day they're up, and then they're down, and then they're up, and then they're down. All through the day they're up and they're down. But this A1C tells you what the average was over that period of time altogether. So a normal A1C is around 6. When I started with the diagnosis of diabetes many years ago. Mine was 10.7, and I've worked hard trying to get it down over these years, and I've got to the 8s. I actually went down to the 7s and then went back up to the 8s, and then I got stuck at 8.4 for about 2 years. And then finally my doctor sent me to the metabolic disease specialist, and we switched some of my medications, and then there's a new medication out called Mounjaro. I think there's another one by the letter O it starts with, like Ozempic, something like that. And these medication classes are very helpful to diabetics in helping you lose weight and get your A1C under control. And so far it's working, and I'm on a progress with that. And it's like you start at a certain milligram, and then eventually they'll increase it. So it'll be a continued positive journey, hopefully, of getting better and better as we go along. So I'm excited. I feel better for the most part. It does make you feel bad in some ways, because the good thing is it keeps you feeling full. When you're on this medication, you feel full, so you don't eat as much, and that helps you lose weight, of course. And it also helps your blood sugars get better, because you can't just eat anything and feel good. If you eat junk, you feel like junk. If you eat healthy, you feel good. So that's pretty much how it's been working. And I can't eat the junk that I used to eat and feel good. I feel horrible when I eat junk. So, and a lot of times I'm just not even that hungry. So I'm not constantly eating like I was before. I was always hungry and always looking for something to eat or snack on, and now I can go. I mean, it's not good to skip breakfast. I just always have had problems eating breakfast. I am rambling on a little bit, but I'm just telling you a little bit about this in case you are diabetic, and maybe I can help someone along the way. So I'm doing puzzles, taking a video. I'm going to share it on my YouTube channel in hopes that someone out there might need a little help, and I can be your friend and help you out and tell you what's happening and what's working for me. And while I'm working on my puzzle, talking to you. Amen. So I hope that I also have a really bad problem with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, which all is affected by what I eat. But again, with IBS, it doesn't matter if I eat healthy or unhealthy. It's going to mess up my stomach. I'm going to get sick from it no matter what it is. So unfortunately, that part of it I can't control as much. Even if I eat a salad, it could, flare it up. Or if I eat chocolate or fried foods, it'll flare it up. So it's one of those things. If you have a sensitive stomach like mine and you have IBS, you have to be very careful of what you eat, when you eat it, and where you're at when you eat it. So you need to be by a bathroom about all times. Scope it out, know where the bathrooms are. I'm glad at my work I work right by a bathroom, so that's really helpful. Because you might have lunch or dinner one day, like some soup. Just have a little soup. Next thing you know, I'm into the bathroom. So it's all part of life. It's all the puzzles of life. It's another puzzle that I've been working on, is trying to fix my health and make it better so I can enjoy life. I don't want to have to be afraid to go somewhere every time I eat, or when I'm out and about. Like we went for ice cream today, and I wanted to go for a little walk afterwards now. I mean, after eating ice cream, I could have very well been running to the bathroom. So I thank God I wasn't. But sometimes I'll take some medicine so that when I'm out there and I eat the ice cream, I'm not going to have to run so quickly to the bathroom, and I can go for a walk and work off the ice cream that I just ate. So I spent a little time with my granddaughter today. That's always exciting when you can spend time with your family. And we had our ice cream, and then we went for a little walk. It was cold and windy out, but we did it. Not a long walk, just a little walk, because it was pretty cold. But life is a journey, life is a puzzle, putting the pieces together, and we are making it happen, right? We are here to help one another. And I'm just happy to be on here today because my phone was acting up and I wasn't able to take a video. And I thought, well, I'll try it again. Because one of the kids asked, are you still doing your videos? And I'll tell you what, I ramble on too much, so people probably can't watch my full video because here I am a chatterbox, so I'm going to probably cut it short. And then I'll work on my puzzle, and I'll be back later and let you know how the puzzle's coming along. I'll be anxious to show you the final product once it's all put together, because this is going to be one beautiful puzzle. But what I was going to say about my videos, a little scatterbrain, because I talk about one thing and then go off into another, is that one time I did a video and I turned it off. I know I turned it off because it was off. And I was fixing my hair. I did a hair washing video, and I was, just straightening out my hair, getting it all like this. And all of a sudden I burped. And my video somehow came back on. It was on when I burped. And I happened to look and I see the red light, so I'm like, so I had a 6-second video of me burping and then looking into the camera saying, oh my God, the camera's on. I just burped in the camera. And something just told me, people, and I'm one of those people that would have found that funny. To me, it would have been funny. And it was funny because when I watched it, I laughed. I belly laughed. I thought that was so funny how that happened. And knowing that exactly how I felt when I looked and saw the camera was on and thinking it was off, I was like, so it was hilarious to me. So anyway, I thought I'm going to share it just to see if people watch it, and I had thousands, like over 1,600 viewers watching my 6-second burp video. But then I can do like a hair washing video about salvation for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it was. And you don't get that many viewers, that's for sure, on something like that. But it's just that people are looking, something to make them laugh, something to lighten the moment. You know what I mean? Life is like too serious all the time. I mean, we have to be serious in life about a lot of things, and just to have time to maybe laugh a little or something a little funny that you catch. I'm just glad, but I thought I'm posting this video because I think people are going to laugh when they see it. Not everybody, because some people don't think it's funny when you burp, but I grew up in a family that thinks burps are funny. They sound funny. They are funny. I mean, passing gas was funny. We laughed, when we were kids. Some people just find it appalling to laugh when you pass gas. But to me, I'm like, it smells funny. It feels funny. It is funny when you pass gas to me. And I just laugh. And I try not to in the public. But, it depends on the whole situation. And, try not to belly laugh about that, about somebody passing gas at work or whatever, or how embarrassing that would be if you're like in a diet group like I was one time, and they ask you to say the closing prayer, And didn't I pass gas during the closing prayer? That was the most embarrassing time of my whole entire life, I think, because I was so embarrassed I didn't know what to do. And I did laugh, unfortunately. And as I laughed, it kept going poop, 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 poop. And I was at my aunt's church, and I felt bad for my aunt because those were her, church people. And I was just a guest at the Bible class, or it was a weight loss class that we were going to. So, life's most embarrassing moments. If you ever get a chance to watch the Kingdom Come movie, that was funny too. Someone passed gas during a funeral, and that made me, I laughed till I cried. It was so funny. So funny. So funny. Anyway, so 30 minutes have went by. I'm so sorry for making this a long video, but I'll be back with some more sensible videos. I have a lot of things I would like to share with the world, and while we're doing puzzles and different things in life, putting the pieces together, trying to figure things out in life, maybe we can help each other along the way. All right, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna love this puzzle. The pieces are great. Look at how nice they all come together, and you can pick them up. Just pick them up, and they're all hooked together nicely. So this is gonna be the most excellent puzzle. All right, I love the world. I love everybody. Have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you later. All right, take care. Bye-bye.